Okay, in the last lecture, we studied what is the physical meaning of gradient of phi, and we have done that article in detail. Now, today, we will study the geometrical meaning of gradient of phi. Geometrical meaning means whenever you can draw lines and then you can see where this grade phi is pointing and how we can make some interpretation regarding the geometrical meaning of gradient of phi. So we will be studying today that geometrical meaning of gradient of phi. Or sometimes in the examination, the question is being asked to prove that del phi. Del phi means gradient of phi is perpendicular to the level surface. Is perpendicular to a level surface. ये जो grade phi है, it is always perpendicular to a level surface, and you have to prove it. So we start this article from here. We consider a scalar function phi, and scalar function is always represented by a level surface where phi is constant. So let us consider here what we'll be considering a level surface S. Say for example, uh, this is the surface. This is the surface S. So we have considered a surface S, and on this surface, this phi, that is a scalar function, is constant. So let us say that phi is a scalar function which is constant throughout. Its value remains the same. Say for example here, so phi is a scalar function and S is say some level surface. We have considered this surface and S is this, and here phi is constant in this case. Now let us say that we are moving along this surface. हम यहाँ से चल रहे हैं surface के ऊपर, and we consider say point P here. We consider a point P here. And second point, let us say Q. We go from P to Q. This is a small section of the surface, and we go from P to Q. We are going this way. This is point P, this is point Q, and we are moving along this direction. And let us say that this distance PQ is dr. This is a small displacement. This is small distance dr. So dr is here a small distance on surface, on this surface S, and it is, we are going from point P to point Q. Now you see, we want to see that what is the change in scalar function phi in going from P to Q. In going from P to Q, let us say that how much is the change if we are going from point P to point Q. Then how we can write that change. अगर ये dr है, so let us write this is a small phi. Small phi है तो phi है सारा का सारा. This is a small phi value of this scalar function, and we represent it by d phi. We represent it by d phi. That is the change in function. This is small change in phi in going from point P to point Q. Point Q. How much is this? And since we want to calculate it, अगर आप इसको calculate करते हो, तो you have said that phi is constant. Let us say we have said let d phi is the change in phi. Let us suppose. Now we want to see how much is d phi. So as you know, this phi you have said, as we have said that this is a level surface and phi is constant. So we had said that initially we said phi is constant. So which implies that what will be d phi? D phi will be equal to 0. D phi will be equal to 0. Why it is equal to 0? Because derivative of a differential. हमने इसको क्या किया? Change. So this d phi is constant. What is d phi? The derivative of a constant is always equal to 0. So which implies that d phi will be equal to 0. Because d phi is change in phi. D phi we have said is change in phi. So one fact we have established that d phi will be equal to 0, because derivative of a constant is always equal to 0. And let us write this to be equation number 1. We are saying that this is equation number 1. Now, as we know that in our previous article, what we had seen in our previous article, if you see where we have done the physical meaning of grade of phi, we know that you can check your notes what we had written, that d phi can be written as del phi dot dr. Just look at the last article we have done. Last article हमने किया था, वहां पे we had written this equation, d phi is always written as del phi dot dr. Del phi dot dr. So now you see that here what is the value of d phi? From equation 1, d phi is equal to 0. So which implies that यहाँ 0 put कर दीजिए. So 0 is equal to del phi dot dr, or we can write del phi dot dr is equal to 0. Del phi dot dr equal to 0. अब देखिए, this is very important interpretation which is coming out of this thing, which is coming out from this result, that is del phi dot dr equal to 0. Now you know when the dot product of two vectors is equal to 0, then these two vectors, they are perpendicular to each other. जब डॉट प्रोडक्ट दो वेक्टर्स का 0 हो जाए, उसका मतलब क्या होता है कि एंगल दोनों के बीच में कितना है, 90 डिग्री. यू हैव सीन दिस थिंग बिकॉज यू सी इफ दिस इज वेक्टर ए एंड दिस इज वेक्टर बी, ठीक है, this is vector b is pointing in this direction. If I want to write what is a dot b, if for example this angle is theta, then how we write? This is magnitude of a b cos theta, and you see, and when a dot b will be equal to 0, a dot b 0 कब होगा? When the right hand side will be equal to 0, whenever this angle theta is equal to 90 degree. Because cos 90 is equal to 0, so it is 0. So that will give you a dot b is equal to 0. So remember, whenever the dot product of the two vectors is equal to 0, it means that vectors, they are perpendicular to each other. So is the case here. यहाँ पे भी वही केस है. What we have written? We have written del phi dot dr equal to 0. You know, the gradient of a scalar function is a vector. So this is vector dot dr, this is again a vector, this is again a vector, and the dot product of these two is coming out to be 0. अगर दोनों का डॉट प्रोडक्ट 0 आ रहा है, इसका मतलब dr और del phi के बीच में how much is the angle? It must be 90 degree. So dr is pointing in this direction. You see dr, this is almost here to here. This is small section of this. This is dr. Now if you want to write what is where this vector del phi will be, dr तो आपका ये जा रहा है, तो del phi कहाँ पे होगा? ये dr के perpendicular में आएगा. So we can mark that del phi should be, that is why this angle will be 90 degree, because their dot product is coming out to be 0. That is why del phi dot dr is equal to 0, and hence these are the two vectors, and their dot product is coming out to be 0, so which implies that the dot product is coming out to be 0. This implies that del phi is perpendicular to dr vector, and this is what we wanted to prove once we started this article. तो ये आपने ये प्रूव करना था, prove that del phi is perpendicular to dr, or this del phi is always second what I had given you, that this is the geometrical meaning. This is the geometrical meaning of gradient of phi, that these two vectors, they are always perpendicular to each other, or del phi is always perpendicular to a level surface where phi is always constant. So geometrically you can draw in this manner. This is a level surface, and this is a vector pointing from P to Q. This is dr, small distance, and del phi कहाँ point out करेगा? Geometrically it will always be perpendicular to the dr vector, which is lying on this level surface, and where level surface is representing that phi is constant on it. So this is the geometrical meaning of scalar gradient of a scalar function. So this is very important. ये आता है 3-4 marks का आ जाता है कि बात कि you have to prove that these are the. Then in the last lecture also, I told you that just try numericals based on gradient of phi. There are so many numericals based on gradient of phi. So I have done 1 or 2 numericals. So you can try more numericals. If you can come across the exercises of your books, you will find that there are solved numericals also, there are unsolved numericals also. So you can do that based on gradient of phi. Now in my next article, we will be starting with various types of integrals. Various types of integrals. Various types of integrals means we will be in this article, we will see that how the integral signs are given. If you see, I have told you in my first lecture that what is a line, what is a say surface, and what is volume. Line, surface, volume, or line, surface, and space also you can say. Line is one dimensional, surface is 2D, and volume is 3D. So whenever we want to integrate or we want to calculate the results over a line, over a surface, or over a volume, then we always use various symbols. Symbols for integral. If there is a single integral line, it means this is a line integral. If there are two signs of integral, it means it is a surface integral. And if there are three integral signs, then this means that this is a volume integral. If we are talking about volume, we are talking about say surface, or we are talking about line. So first say here, first thing which we'll be doing is line integral. In this case, so we have three types of integrals, that is, which are used in various problems: line, surface, and volume. So first is line integral. Second is surface integral. And third is volume integral. Third is volume integral. So the first is out of all is line integral. First is line integral. So in case of line integral, a vector along the curve or the line is called a, this is the integration of a vector along a curve or line is called a line integral. Whenever you take an integration of a vector along a line, then it is called a line integral. Simple as that. And here you see, in this case, what is the symbol? So symbol here in this case will be symbol for line integral, and it is represented by this. This represents, means this, if you see this thing, this is called line integral. And sometimes you see what happens, sometimes we put a circle on this line. Integral का जो sign है, if it is encircled, then it means this is a closed line integral. It is a closed line integral. Closed line integral. So remember, this is line integral. If a circle is put on the integral sign, then this is called closed line integral. Now, let us consider a vector field. Let us consider a vector field. जैसे हमने क्या किया कि ये हमारे पास है, say for example, this is x-axis, this is y-axis, and this is z-axis, this is origin. And let us say कि ये वेक्टर, इसमें ये a वेक्टर जो है, ये वेक्टर फील्ड है, ये ऐसे लगा हुआ है. A is a vector field. Here, A is a vector field. And now what we do, this A represents a vector field. A is a vector and it is pointing in this direction. So A is a vector field. And on this vector field, let us take a curve A1, A2. जैसे यहाँ से स्टार्ट हुआ कर्व और इसको टच करते ये फील्ड है, ये फील्ड लगा हुआ सारा. I have shown only this thing. The field is there. So we start from point A1 and let us go to the point A2. कहाँ पे जा रहे हैं? In this vector field, we are going from point A1 to A2 on this curve, and it is shown in this manner. And let us say that we are going in this way. This is path 1. 1 means we are going from A1 to A2 through path A1. And now let us say that from A2 to A1, we dotted. We come back this way. A2 to A1, we are coming from here to here and again reaching at point A1, and we represent it as path number 2. Path number 2. And here on this, while we are going from A1 to A2, let us say that ये छोटा सा section इसका हम consider कर लेते हैं. This is DL from here to here. This is DL. And let us say that what is the angle between DL and A? Let us say this angle is theta. So DL is a small section on A1, A2 once we are going from A1 to A2, and point vector field is pointing in this direction, and let us say theta is the angle between this. Now you see what will be the component of A along the direction of length of this element. ये देखिए A ऐसे है, DL ऐसे है ये, this point to this point. If you want to write what is the component of A along this direction, तो कौन सा होता है along the direction? This is simple as that. जैसे आप ये लिखते थे कि ये आपके पास है, मान लो this is vector A और ये आपके पास DL है. This is angle theta. Now if you want to write the component of A in this direction, तो आप क्या लिखते हो? कौन सा component आता है? Cos वाला. और perpendicular to this कौन सा आता है? Sin वाला. तो इस डायरेक्शन में क्या आएगा? A का component in this direction will be what? A dl A cos theta. इसका अगर ऐसे लिखते हो A cos theta, तो आपके पास ये आएगा. और A dot dl, if you take the dot product of this, इसमें इसका इसमें, तो ये क्या बन जाएगा? A dl cos theta in this direction. In the direction of dl, this will be A dl cos theta, and it is always written as A dot dl. This is A dot B is AB cos theta. So this is the component of A along this direction. So this is, we can write that, how we can write it? A आपके पास, this is dl. So if we want to write how much is A dot dl, this will give you A dl cos theta, or this is equal to A cos theta, and we can write in this manner also dl, A cos theta into dl. Now what we do, we integrate this result on both sides. इसको भी integrate कर दो, इसको भी कर दो. So this is, you see A1 to A2, this is a line. So we are putting a line integral here, and this is A dot dl integral. And from where to where we are going? We are going from A1 to A2. This is the limit on this. We are going from A1 to A2, and this is A cos theta into dl. A cos theta into dl. ये आपने ये लिख दिया यहाँ पे. We have written that this is equal to this, and this is called the line integral of A when we are going from A1 to A2. A1 to A2 along the curve 1. Along the curve 1. Now ये curve 1 से हम जब जा रहे हैं, so this is called line integral of A. Now in this case, you see, now just go to this diagram, and from here what you can see कि if you are going from A1 to A2, और एक path ये भी दिखाया हुआ, you are coming from A2 to A1, and what is the direction of A2 to A1? This is opposite to the path 1. We are going from A1 to A2 through path 1. We are coming back from A2 to A1 through path 2. So path 2 is opposite to path 1. So what we can write from diagram? From diagram, we see that A1 to A2 A dot dl is equal to, इसके opposite है तो we put a negative sign, and from where to where we are coming? We are coming now from A2 to A1, and again this is A dot dl, A dot dl. तो ये आ गया हमारे पास यहाँ पे, and now what we can do? We have this equation A dot dl A1 to A2 is equal to minus of this. You bring this thing to the left hand side, so we can write, or we can write A dot dl from A1 to A2. माइनस है तो इस तरफ आके हो जाएगा प्लस A2 to A1, A dot dl is equal to 0, is equal to 0. Now you see you are going from A1 to A2 and you are coming back from plus A2 to A1, and this is coming out to be 0. If it is coming out to be 0, तो A1 से A2 गए और A2 से A1 गए, तो you have a closed path. You have a closed path. So instead of writing these two things, what we can write? If it is written in this way, this is closed path. A dot dl is always equal to 0. Is equal to 0. And this represents the closed line integral of vector A. This represents closed line integral of vector A. And remember that closed line integral of a vector field, closed line integral of a vector field in a closed path is always equal to 0. This is very important statement. You should remember that A dot dl along a closed path will always be equal to 0. So this is all about the line integral, and whenever you see the line integral over a closed path is 0, then this field is called a conservative field. This field is called, conservative field. Field is called conservative field if closed line integral of a vector is 0. This is very important. ये conservative field क्या होता है? This thing is also being asked in the objective type. What is a conservative field? So you can write a field is said to be conservative if the line integral of this vector field along a closed path is equal to 0, and mathematically we can write that closed line integral of A dot dl is equal to 0. तो ये various names are there. Conservative field भी अब आपके पास ही आ गए. You should know that this is, once this equation is satisfied, it means that A is a conservative field. This is an important statement, number 1. And number 2, again one more name is given. ये जो conservative field है इसको laminar vector field भी कहते हैं. Conservative field or laminar vector field or conservative field. Because its line integral is coming out to be 0. So these are the various names which are given in Lexington magnetism for the various fields. What is laminar field or conservative field? Last time I have told you what is a lamellar field. ठीक है, वो भी आप देखिए पिछला. So just try to see all these terminologies which are coming across these things. Now you see, this is all about the line integral. So we have done this line integral, and we have seen what is the geometrical meaning of gradient of phi. The grade phi का geometrical meaning क्या है? So we have drawn that diagram and we have seen what is the geometrical meaning of grade of phi and line integral. So this is all about your today's lecture, and just try to solve the numericals based on, they are very small. You have to simply apply the del operator on some function which is given to you and find out the answer. So just try these numericals also, and this is all about today's lecture. Thank you.